What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to KD Acoustics, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a different type of video for what this channel actually is, because it's a music channel. But anyways, before I get in anything else, I just want to say, if you want to skip past this intro, click the timestamp. I don't know where it's going to be, so I'm pointing at all random corners, and it also could be down in the description, so check there. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and give a little breakdown on something that's been going on here recently, and kind of like what I'm doing with this idea here. Okay, so anyways, basically the reason that I haven't been uploading music in the past 2 weeks or however long it's been whenever this video surfaces, because this is a part 1 of possibly 2. I do want to go ahead and throw that out there. But anyways, moving forward, yeah. So I kind of got into I kind of made a dumbass decision in getting into a yelling match, and yeah, I like either stretched or like somehow damaged my vocal cords and stuff, which is getting better. I don't know if y'all can hear like the scratchiness in my voice or not, but it's still kind of there in a way. And it's really annoying. Plus the allergies and shit on top of it don't help anything, because I'm trying to rest them up and shit like that, and then coughing and all that bullshit, it don't help nothing. But yeah, so that's why the music hasn't been on here. But while having this downtime, I did get the idea and also discuss the idea with my brother. And give me just sorry about that, guys. Freaking my gums and shit started smacking, and to me that shit is annoying, so I had to get a drink of water. But anyways, moving forward. I forgot where I was at. Son of a bitch. Anyways, so I discussed the idea with my brother and shit, and like he agreed and everything. So basically what we're gonna do here is we're going to go through this whole entire gun season. Well, not the whole entire gun season because, of work and everything, and record the bits and pieces that we can. Now, we're not going to go through and, like, record every second of every hunt. We're going to record, bits and pieces here, and then, if we get a kill shot, we're going to try to get it on camera. So, yeah, basically, there's that little piece. So, basically, any thing that your regular hunting channel would be showing. Yeah, I know. But the purpose behind it, also being education, like hunting safety and da-da-da-da. Also, education on deer management, because other than most people on here, which there are some channels on here that do show them going out and harvesting doe, because they're not the ones who go and freaking kill only horns. You can't eat horns and all that. But anyways, so yeah, if we get does, we get does. If we get a buck, we get a buck. Hopefully I can tag out within these videos. But yeah, that being said though, I hope you guys like the idea. And if you stuck around and watched this intro, get ready, because opening day is starting right about now. So before we get started, I went out and done a little bit of, preseason activities, kind of like, checking out spots to sit and everything, on the new property anyways, because we've been hunting the property that we normally hunt on for years and years. But anyways, went out, checked the trail cams and stuff, took them down and everything, pulled the cameras, and yeah, this right here is what we seen. So seeing that picture right there, that's the second picture we got of this dude. And the first picture that we got, we wasn't quite sure what it was, because all we got was like the body. But I seen the body and I was sitting there thinking, damn, that's a pretty nice deer. Whenever we got it up on where we got it in the daylight, which it literally came in 3 hours before we went in and took down the camera. But anyways, he looked like a pretty big 7 and everything. At least from the body, he looks mature. So, done a lot of debating back and forth in my head and everything. And I haven't really harvested an early season buck. I have, but here the past few years I haven't. It's been a late season, so maybe this new property over here will be the opportunity that we have to, you know, kind of get that early season buck back. I'm thinking about doing the new property first, but I haven't made up my mind. But anyways, without further ado, sorry for the minute longer hold up. Here we go with the hunting season right now. Started fucking sprinkling rain. I really wasn't looking forward to that, but oh well, what can you do? I thought I had a couple moving over off to the right, but I didn't see anything. Of course, right about the time I thought I heard the movement is about the time it started sprinkling. It's been doing it off and on for about a half an hour. Maybe an hour, I'm not for sure. All I know is that it's almost about 9 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm gonna give it till about 11 or 12. I might sit longer, because when we got a trail cam picture of that buck, it was right about lunch or after. I'm not necessarily worried about the buck though. But yeah, let's just keep on seeing what happens. Well guys, time now is about 10:34, 10:35. I done backed out of the woods, backed out about 10 o'clock. Didn't really see anything after the rain started. What I think is they just went and they laid down, which is normally what happens, because for some reason deer here in this state, they don't necessarily like the rain. They should be back up moving here for too long again though. We do got another property that we're going to go down to. This one's our property, the one that we were just on. We'd gotten permission previously to hunt on. So yeah, anyways, there's another big deer down there, so we're going to go set up, and what happens happens. Here we are, second set of the day. I literally thought I just heard something, but just had a little disappointment coming in, which that'll all be explained later. But it's just a sit and wait game now. There's way too much pressure around. Well guys, from that little bit, that was the last bit of footage that we got from day one. Unfortunately, there was a lot of stuff that happened on that evening sit. We went into the woods and everything, and it was just a complete shit show from the minute we walked in. When we walked in, there was about, I think, 2 shots spread out between a minute and a half, I want to say. And that was probably, I don't know, it may have been on the other side of the hill, or it may have been just a little ways away on the hill. Anyways, so the second property that we were at, which was our property, after we heard those shots, we seen a doe go completely up the hill. She went up the hill all the way to the top. I'm looking at her, I heard something running. There was a doe, and she was just barreling through. I mean, literally, it was like all you seen was a trail of her body. That's how quick she was moving. So we sit there for about 5 minutes after finding a spot to sit down, and then all of a sudden, I didn't even hear it coming over the ridge. I just had enough time to hear a blow and then leaves crunching. So basically what I got to thinking is that big buck that was down there on the property, it smelt us and took off running. And I shit you not, it wasn't 30 seconds to a minute after the fact, wham, from the ridge right over, there goes that. So I'm almost for sure that we ran the big guy over to somebody else. I may have been awfully mistaken and everything, but then this part right here leads us into day number 3, because we did go out and sit on day number 2, but there was really no point in recording. It was way too windy. We didn't see anything, and it was a hit or miss chance. That being said, though, going into day number 3, as a lone one, I did have a little bit of a success. I did not get the kill shot on camera, but anyways, guys, without further ado, here comes day number 3. So about 30 minutes ago, right before legal shooting line, I just had a little buck walk in front of me. It was a pretty beautiful thing, and I wish I could have recorded him, but hell, he was so close that if I would have moved, he would have heard, so I didn't even bother. It sucks not having little bro up here, but anyways, he was, I know he had one full side, but it looked like he had one side broke off. But that's not my main goal right now. My main goal is to get dope, but whatever happens, happens. If a bigger one walks up, a bigger one walks up. That's just how I view it, but we'll keep on going and see what happens. Well, guys, it's about 8:35, 8:40, somewhere around in through there, and well, lo and behold, I just dropped one. He came in not too long ago, and I wish I could have got the kill shot because, but I didn't have anybody else here recording. But he came up, stood still, was looking, and he looked right at me a couple of times. He didn't run, he didn't nothing. I don't even think he really knew I was still here. Anyways, he started walking. I pulled up the gun whenever he couldn't see me, and boom, shot him. So now it's time to come down here and go look. Alright, so I made it down here, and I found where he was. I was looking to see the path that he took off running at, because he did take off running a pretty good lick. But we're gonna snoop on down here and go pick him up. I wish I knew how to flip this camera around, that way I didn't have to quit recording. But here we go. We're gonna go up and look and see what we got here. It looks like a nice little spike, actually. I'm not gonna complain though, I'm happy as hell with that. There he is, right there. Well, he's not the huge guy we were after, that was down here, but he's still pretty good. I'm not gonna complain with this. He might not be a big old whopping deer, but add some meat in the freezer. Of course, mainly what inspired me to get this was the body. When I seen the body, I was just like, bam. But guys, here he is. Apologies for my voice being kind of squealy or squeaky or whatever you want to call it in that. I was still trying to be quiet because in the process of that deer falling down and me walking up to him and everything, well, there was actually 3 doe that took off running because they were just standing there in the thick. I walked up and was getting ready to go, and right before I started recording, like, I turned my head just a little bit and I see 3 heads all looking at me like, what the hell are you doing here? And they all just booked it. None of them bleeded though, so that's kind of a good sign. That's really what I'm after now, is doe, because I did not realize that that was a buck. That deer came up on me, and I was looking at him through the scope, and like I said, what made me overall take that shot was the body and everything, because when I looked at it, I seen meat, although I didn't technically really factor in that that deer was not fully mature, but he was a 2.5-year-old deer after doing the little aging scale thing. But yeah, overall, though, it was still pretty cool. Like I said, I wish I would have got the kill shot on camera. It really sucks that I didn't, and I do apologize for the camera angle in that one face shot. Anyways, that right there was, this part of the 2020 deer season. We're hoping to be able to push out a part 2 and everything, depending on how it goes. Really, if we go empty-handed, then I'm probably not going to record, or we're probably not going to record. Lil bro, he's got school and everything, so it's kind of hard for him to go in the mornings. On the other hand, though, the evening hunts are still kind of valid and available because I work night shift, and I went back to work on Friday, and present day right now is, in my eyes, it's still Saturday, but it is actually Sunday morning, so I'm hoping to actually get this out. It'll probably end up going up while I'm still asleep. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this. Be maybe ready for a part 2. I'm not going to put this up as a part 1. I'll change the title as if it happens. But anyways, guys, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you kind of like what you see, hit the red subscribe button, because I kind of do have a little bit more ideas that will be explained later on. So yeah. Anyways, other than that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.